say to our timid supporters, I know your spirits are, some of your spirits are high, some of your spirits are low. But I want to assure you one important fact of life. God does not start and end halfway. It doesn't matter what the situation is, what the situation might be today. I assure you that will come up again stronger and better. Continue to follow my footstep, and that footstep remains peace. We need it because if anything happens, we are the greatest losers, because our concern for this state is not because of our own profit, but the total well-being of Rivers State. So I appeal to every one of you, be law-abiding. I will not encourage any act of disobedience, any act of violence. But that
impeachment of Bola Ahmed Tinubu supposed to take place by now. If we have a separate, if we have independent legislature. I keep saying it that the legislature of Nigeria, the judiciary, has been pocketed by this executive, and that's why they are no more in function. I haven't listened to so many big lawyers in Nigeria, e.g., I listened to Ruben Abati, Arise TV, which you will watch this video, what Ruben Abati talks about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I will not waste your time. Take your time and listen to what Ruben Abati said, that by now, the National Assembly is supposed to start the procedure of impeaching Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he has cross-carpeted the law. It's not bigger than the law. Nobody will stay in that position forever. Where is Buhari today? When I was shouting it on top of my voice that they should impeach Buhari then, people, the APC, they were insulting me. They say I'm a madman, I am a this and that. If Buhari were to be impeached, by now, Nigeria, we will not find ourselves where we find ourselves now. As we speak now, our economy is in shambles as a result of the damage Buhari did in 2015 up to 2023 general election. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he has promised Nigeria, that he's going to is going to start from where Buhari stopped. Of course, you can see his regime is even more worse than what we were complaining of for Buhari. As I speak to you now in Nigeria, many people cannot feed 2 square meals a day. People are dying in silence. Have you seen the rate where men are dying in Nigeria today because of thinking, because of they can no longer pay bills, because they can no longer take care of their family? Thinking they buy people up and down. You hear it, this one gone so soon, this one, as a result of the policy Bola Ahmed Tinubu brought to this country. Right from day one, Bola Ahmed Tinubu resumed as a president. He has brought pain, he has brought suffering, he has brought whipping to Nigerians. We can no longer keep quiet. We will speak. If you want to come for us, come for us. The life Nigerians, many Nigerians are living today are more or less a dead lie. No man will be happy not to be able to pay his family bill, not to be able to provide food for his family to eat. That is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime has turned Nigeria to. We are saying enough is enough. As if it's not enough what Nigeria is passing through. How many of you knows that it takes Yar'Adua, brave of Yar'Adua, to solve the militant problem, the militants? You know the atrocity the militant has caused in this country by bombing, destroying the pipeline, vandalizing our oil. But when Yar'Adua came, may his gentle soul rest in perfect peace, with Goodluck Jonathan, they step in and they give amnesty to militants. Ever since then, have you ever heard where militants are going out to destroy our oil facility? The answer is no. But President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, direct or indirectly now, has bring militants back to Nigeria. As I speak to you now, whether he have the capacity, since he came on board, he has not been able to stop Fulani bandits. He has not been able to stop Boko Haram. He has not been able to stop Al-Qaeda. People who are kidnapping from different regions, he has not been able to stop anything. Now you are bringing the militants. As we speak to you now, we heard that they have a bomb oil facility, almost 2 to 3 or 4 oil facility right now because of the same issue that is happening. Now, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not biased in his judgment, after taking law into your hands by declaring state of emergency in Rivers State, removing Fubara, the deputy, removing the House of Assembly, we know that even the House of Assembly member you remove, you remove it for formality's sake, so that people will not say you are fighting against Tinubu, you are fighting for Wike. We know what you are fighting for, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, as I speak to you, Wike is jubilating in Abuja. Wike went to work because this is what they plan that they will do in Rivers State. Watch this video where Rube Abati told Nigerians, told the National Assembly that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu need to be impeached because he has committed impeachment offense. As I speak to you, many people now are now looking at Nigeria. We are no more in democracy. We are in dictatorship, military era, because military have taken over Rivers State. It is military now that is governor Rivers State. Watch this video, share this video, like and subscribe to this channel. One love.
Okay, very quickly. Let me first comment from an interpretation of the Constitution, which the President himself highlighted. He said he was acting within the purview of Section 305 of the Constitution. Section 305 of the Constitution explains the circumstances under which the President shall declare a state of emergency. And the conditions are properly stated. If the country is facing a threat of war or imminent war, is Nigeria facing the threat of war in Rivers State? That's one question. It also talks about, a situation whereby something could happen in any part of the Federation where, Nigeria could find itself in a chaotic situation. The President is required to act. Number 3, where the governor in that particular state does not immediately respond, to the crisis situation and does not approach the president to act in the national interest. So those conditions are properly spelled out. However, that same Section 305 says that the president, will give a proclamation which will be gazetted, and then will go to the National Assembly, and the National Assembly, if it's in session within, 48 hours, would act. If it's in recess, within 10 days, will act. If the National Assembly does not consider that particular proclamation, gazetted proclamation, valid, then it will vote otherwise. 2/3 majority of the two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives, and if that happens, the decision is abated. Okay? Now, because we are constrained by time, let me now say that Section 305, which the President quoted, is the operative principle. Now, let's look at what the President said. I think that the President has violated the Constitution, even within the purview of Section 305. And he has violated the Constitution because he was not properly advised to respect that section of the Constitution. In what regard did he violate that section of the Constitution? In fact, he acted as a dictator by saying that the administrator that he has appointed can make regulations and laws will be made for the Rivers State House of Assembly henceforth by the Federal Executive Council. The Federal Executive Council does not have such powers. Section 11 of the same Constitution says that, look, when there is a state of emergency, it's only the National Assembly that can make laws for a state House of Assembly. Now, President Tinubu has appropriated unto himself the powers to make laws for the Rivers State House of Assembly. That's an impeachable offense. I don't know whether the National Assembly will have the courage either to reject his gazetted proclamation or to proceed on an issue of impeachment against him for violating the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, the other relevant portion of the Constitution is Section 188. Section 188 of the Constitution spells out how a governor can be removed from office. A governor cannot be removed from office by the proclamation of the President of Nigeria. It can only be removed if there is gross misconduct, as put as an allegation by the House of Assembly, and then the CJ is advised to form a panel of reasonable people, people of distinguished qualities in the state. And if that panel now decides, within the purview of Section 188, that those allegations are wrong, that puts an end to that process. The president has not followed that. He has acted unilaterally. Section 1, subsection 2 of the same Constitution says that this country, called Nigeria, cannot be governed except by the provisions of the Constitution. There is no provision in the 1999 Constitution that says that the President of Nigeria can unilaterally remove a governor, remove the deputy governor, remove the legislature of a state in Nigeria. So that proves that this is a violation of the Constitution. I go to the third leg of my analysis, which is to say that who advised the president? The people who advise the president must be called to order. Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, is a very distinguished lawyer. I don't understand how Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, arrived at this advice. And I also say that retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, if he's a patriot and a citizen, he must reject this appointment, making him sole administrator of Rivers State, because it is a wrong appointment and his own integrity has been called to order. Whatever may be the motivations, he must act as a citizen and issue a statement forthwith to say that he will not be party to the violation of the Constitution. Now, what argument are they putting up? It has been said that, Obasanjo did this when he was president. After all, he removed Dariye in Plateau, he removed Fayose in Ekiti. Look, at that time, Akinolu Jimi, SAN, who was Attorney General, was relying, I think, on the 1960 Constitution. The explanation that he offered, that the 1960 Constitution and the emergency, the Declaration of State Emergency Act of 1961, allowed the federal government to remove a governor or remove a legislature. Now, it was wrong. Because at the time he was making that statement, with due respect, the operative law in Nigeria was, either it was the 1999 Constitution. So Akinolu Jimi saying it was 1960 Constitution, 1961 Declaration of Emergency Act, was just using political expediency to justify the illegality that President Obasanjo engaged in. And people who are quoting the Obasanjo president must realize that an armed robber cannot say that because one armed robber got away with it, so you also have a right to commit armed robbery. That is wrong. The second point that I would like to make, again with due respect, is that people have been referring to the Jonathan period, that Jonathan declared a state of emergency in about 3 states of the Federation, Adamawa, Borno, I think Yobe. Now, that argument has been settled by Mohammed Bello Adoke, who was Attorney General of that time, in his book, The Burden of Service. I don't remember the specific pages. But as a reviewer of that book, I reviewed that book on the back page of this. I recall that Mohammed Adoke argued that there's nowhere in the Constitution that the president is empowered, that's 1979, 1999 constitution, that the president is empowered to remove a sitting governor or remove a sitting House of Assembly. And that was why under President Jonathan, no governor was removed, no deputy governor was removed, no state House of Assembly was sacked, no local government chairman was even removed in those 3 states. So the people who are just making argument about president, they are speaking out of ignorance. And I recommend Adoke's book for them to find that explanation.